How's everyone doing today? Well, welcome to the third JoomlaDay, Florida. Who here has never been to a JoomlaDay before? Wow.
Welcome.
Well, welcome to Joomla. Welcome to Tampa. Welcome to Florida. Today's going to be a great day, and I'm sure you're all wondering, who the hell am I? And I'll get to that in a second. But I just want to welcome everyone. Thank you for coming so early. It's a great event. Everyone in the Joomla project is actually a volunteer. There's not a single paid position in the Joomla project. People have come from all over the world, from the UK, from Brazil, from the Netherlands, and all over, and then the tundra of Minnesota, which is where I'm from. So first off, who am I? My name is Mike Demo. I'm the treasurer of Joomla, so I have the unique distinction of being one of only 2 people that can go to the jail for the Joomla project. That's always fun. My Twitter hashtag is @MP, not hashtag, Twitter is @MPMike. My email is up there, mike.demopoulos@opensourcematters.org. Please get a hold of me. I'm going to be doing some workshops later about the beginning of Joomla. But on my day job, I'm an open source evangelist. So I actually go to a lot of open source communities, such as WordPress, Joomla, things like that, to kind of make sure that the software is free and open place and not taken around by the SaaS solutions. So let's do some announcements, and then we'll get on with our morning keynote. This is actually the third JoomlaDay Florida. So this is the 3rd year, and it's actually, in recent history, the largest Joomla event in America right now. So this is a great event. So happy you're here. We actually sold out for the 3rd year in a row, I believe. So give yourself a round of applause. It's going to be an amazing event. With that, you have 3 things you need to do today. You need to, number 1, connect. Number 2, learn. And number 3, have fun. And what I mean by have fun, here's some photos from last year.
Yeah.
And with this, you might need to do some sharing on social. So you can do that using on the Book of Faces and the Twitters and the Grams of the Instance. You can use the hashtag, which is a little pound sign for those of you that don't know, JDayFL18, JDayFL18, and then also the hashtag Joomla. Please make sure to let the world know there's people all around the world watching what we're doing here, excited for us, and just so excited about open source and the Joomla project. So please make sure to have a lot of fun. We have people that come from all around the world, myself included. We use vacation time and personal finances in some cases to come out here and to share our knowledge and connect with the Joomla community. So definitely, please make sure to keep sharing, posting, tweeting throughout the entire event. We want to thank our sponsors. Without this, our sponsors wouldn't happen. We have a lot more sponsors than are just on the screen here, but our main sponsors, and please make sure you visit their booths, talk to them, get your passport stamp. Everyone has a passport. You can visit every sponsor booth, get a stamp, enter to win contests and promotions such as Cirque du Soleil tickets for the show that's here in Tampa. And please make sure to visit the sponsors. As a company that works at one of the sponsors, as somebody who works at one of the sponsor companies, it really makes a difference. We want to talk to you people, and I promise you, they're not here to sell you stuff. They're here to connect with you. They want to learn what you're interested about for Joomla. They want to learn what your pain points are, and they want to talk about what they're doing. You might find the perfect host if you're looking for hosting. You might find that extension that you need. If you need some help with training, there's people for that. So let's give a good round of applause for our main sponsors, cPanel, CloudAccess.net, JoomShaper, one of them, PWD extensions, can even change your oil, as you can see right here.
No, we fixed Joomla.
Oh. So with that, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker is Robert Jacobi. He is the president of Open Source Matters. Open Source Matters is the not-for-profit entity of the Joomla project. No one on Joomla gets paid for anything that we do, this guy included. So this is actually his last time speaking as president of Open Source Matters. He's transitioning on to roles and responsibilities, And I couldn't be happier to introduce my friend, Robert Jacobi. Give him a hand.
Good morning. Wow, I'm so impressed for a Saturday morning with beautiful sun and air and everyone's coming out. That is the only slide you're going to see today, and it's not because I was lazy. It is because I've done this enough times. I've memorized pretty much everything that needs to be said. Well, not really, but part of it is not to just numb you with numbers and slides and things. What I'd like to really engage with everyone are the two words community and volunteers. I think these are critical aspects to what Joomla is and what the project is. And we'll go through some of our wonderful numbers because we love talking about the state of Joomla and how successful we are in the global internet space. Let's go through them quickly. We have over 60 languages that Joomla is translated into. 67, 60, 70, over 70. Well, we got like 12 yesterday. We've had over 90 million downloads of Joomla from just Joomla.org. 90 million. That does not include downloads from hosting providers. That does not include one-click installs from a lot of other places. So we know for a fact that we've been in the 100+ million range for a long time. But just from Joomla.org, 90+ million downloads. That's amazing. That's, kudos to everyone doing that. We have hundreds of extensions in the Joomla extensions directory. So extensions.joomla.org. Hundreds, thousands, not millions. Not yet. I hope every one of you can put one in there just to add to that number. Joomla is approximately, of the numbers we know, in the content management space, approximately 8.5% of entire open source content management systems. And that also translates into Joomla literally running over 3% of the entire internet. There are very few other packages anywhere that do that, especially in an open source kind of way. It's community driven, it's volunteer driven, and worked on by people not on their day jobs. It's really an amazing effort, and we should always just realize that so much work goes into making Joomla happen on a daily basis. So I think those are all the sort of fun numbers we'd like to just get out there and move forward with. What I'd like to come back to again is community and volunteers, those two words, and tell a little bit of story of my journey in the Joomla world. Joomla's been around for now almost 13 years. Started in 2005, summer of 2005. Back in those early aught days, I was working at a web agency, and we decided that we needed to build a content management system, because that's what everyone did in 2002. And that was fine, that was fun, it was geeky, we got to do some interesting cool things with Java and MVC and databases and all that good stuff. But it was hard to maintain, it was hard to support, and a lot of companies have these kinds of problems when they develop their own software. So we looked out into what's on this magical internet, what's available, and open source just springs all over the place. And a project called Mambo grabbed our attention on our sites. So Mambo is the precursor to Joomla. It's the project that was originally founded, and Joomla was what we like to say, a fork of Mambo at the end of the day. And what was so enticing, so amazing about Joomla is the community and volunteers of it all. There was an easy way for a small agency to all of a sudden say, we don't need to worry about training, because there are training providers in this space. We don't need to worry about building every single extension, because there are extension providers in this space. We don't need to worry about that sort of saying, we get hit by a bus, because there are tons of integrators, developers, and implementers in the space. So that made a small agency all of a sudden become huge and global instantly, because no matter what we couldn't do, there was someone in this giant community that could take over. And that gave confidence to clients and end users that it's not just a small group of people putting together, it's something that's huge and popular and usable and interchangeable with people who can support that kind of infrastructure. So we picked Joomla. It was clean, it had a great UI. It was certainly at the time the leading open source content management system. much more than WordPress or Drupal, who had just started getting their feet wet, but had not been fleshed out over a few years with regards to what it means to have end-user accessibility, usability, foreign languages, and all those kinds of things. So that was great. That got us to start in Joomla. So there's this community. How do we, what's easy to take? It's easy to take from Joomla. There's software, there's extensions that you just click, 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 download, 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 and that's all available and accessible instantly. But there are Joomla days. There are Joomla user groups all over the world. You probably have the best number around off the top of my head of how many jugs there are. We call them jugs, Joomla user groups.
150.
150-ish Joomla user groups globally. So those are in South America, in the Middle East, in North America, in Europe, in Asia, Australia. I'm sorry?
Australia.
Brazil, of course. Everything's going to be about Brazil and Israel. And so we started attending these things and listening to other people tell their stories, tell their Joomla stories, tell their work and business stories. How are they becoming successful? How are they growing with this platform, with this community, and with this project? It was great. Okay, there's a little touch base. So how many of you are going to your local Joomla user groups, your local jugs? See a show of hands. Well, maybe not even half. So there's these opportunities to visit them all the time. And if you don't have one in your city or region, you should absolutely create it because it's very easy. From the Joomla user groups, then we discovered wonderful events like the Joomla World Conference and Jane and Beyond. Actually, wearing last year's Jane and Beyond t-shirt. Jane and Beyond is sort of a more developer-centric conference. You go there, you meet the actual extension developers. So if you're using Akiba, which pretty much everyone uses, that's easy. You can meet Nicholas from Akiba and talk to him about how you're using the product. And that's amazing that you can talk directly to the software developers and traders of both the actual project and all these extensions and tools that we utilize day in and day out. And again, found it just amazing. It's like, wow, these are some really smart, engaged people. A lot of volunteers, huge community, and a lot of people making money in different ways that I've never even thought of with Joomla and the software power that Joomla has. Okay, well, what more can we do? What are the other steps? Well, Joomla's filled with teams of people, 2, 3 people, 10, 20 people. And there are teams for every kind of aspect of what you might be able to do. There are marketing teams, there are events teams, there are the actual production software development teams. We have operations, we have programs. There's a ton of stuff that doesn't require you to be a super tech genius. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Look, what we're doing. We're putting on events and gatherings. We're promoting things. We're designing things. We're developing things. And again, we're building community. And it's made up of volunteers. And it's mind-blowing how much effort can go into a project this global, this big, by people really doing it for passionate reasons. Passionate reasons because they love the community, passionate reasons because they love the actual end product, and passionate reasons because they're growing successful businesses, raising their families off a project completely made up of volunteers. It touches me. I see my wife laughing at me. And one of the things we need to do is acknowledge and really thank the amazing effort that goes into this. We have a number of our board members here. Rowan, Mike Demos around, and others. I really have to give them a hand for all the immense work they've been doing. We have a ton of team members here as well, coming from all over the world who actually even went through more of the daily grind of getting stuff done, letting people know about what's happening with Joomla, getting product out there, making it kind of a magical place to be, and creating a magical community. So we're going to clap for them as well. thousands of people have done this. Again, we've been around 13 years. The amount of lives told, the amount of social media, tweets, Facebook posts, stories, events has truly been astounding. And then there are unsung heroes, and I hate doing laugh speeches. Is our families who also support us, knowing that, oh, okay, time for volunteer time, I've stepped away. And they never get the credit they deserve. So, one more. There's a great amount of love in the community, and we've been really exceptional and lucky to have amazing people who, over the last 13 years, have supported the project and really done a lot of this out of the pure goodness of their heart and willingness to create and build something new. So back to the story. So, JoomlaDay, it's a Joomla World Conference, Jane Beyond's. How can we get involved? Well, you just ask someone. My goodness. I blame Jessica Dunbar for a lot of this. Jess sat in leadership a few years ago, and she got told everybody, you might want to get involved in this, you might want to get involved in that. I'm like, okay. You don't have to wait for someone to ask. You can certainly ask and reach out yourself. But we're always looking to have people participate. So each one of you is unique in your capabilities, unique in imagination, with unique skills and efforts that you can apply to the project. And this can be just a few hours a month or 40 hours a week, depending on what you want to accomplish. Jessica talked me into joining the production team. I'm like, I don't know. I may have years ago, like basic and logo and little fun things, moving a turtle around the screen. That's great. I said, well, this doesn't make sense. I mean, Joomla's a software project. We're just developing software. And that's a lot of that realization came that there's a lot of places and a lot of things to do. And in that, I fell into sort of more of a financial role, helping production make sure that any money we're spending on servers and software tools and passing that information back to the board at the time. And that was very exciting. It's like, oh my goodness, I can use some skills I naturally have, and I don't have to worry about code, and I'm supporting the project. Which means that every one of you has skills and capabilities that support the project in a myriad of wonderful ways. Did that for a little bit. Come Joomla World Conference, Vancouver, 2016. I think this was, at that time, it was the 4th or 5th World Conference. Sarah Watts, the previous president of Open Source Matters, had done her time, and it's an exhausting job. And she was involved for 4 years, which in Joomla time is like 3,749 years. Because we're a global community, you don't get to sleep. You have to talk with people all over the world all the time, and it's a big project, and there's a lot of things going on all the time. And God bless her, she said, Robert, I'm stepping down from president. I said, well, that's really funny. You have to stay on. Said, no, I'm really serious. I said, no, you're not really serious. She's like, no, I've already talked to my family and husband, and they said we all should step down. And yes, that's what she said. We all have to step down, because again, the unsung heroes are our family members and friends who support us and help us do these things. And I said, well, I'm gonna put you up for president. I was like, oh, that's really funny. That's cute. No, it's not gonna happen, because contrary to her fantastic statement that's only a few hours a week, I knew that wasn't going to be the case. I think we all go into it totally excited that these leadership roles, like, yeah, I can make some change, it won't take a lot of time, and it's exhausting. People have been injured, people have been exhausted. We've seen so many things, but it's great, and we love it, we get sucked into it. So I call my wife up. Honestly, yes, no one has a phone like this anymore, but they're asking me to do some extra volunteer stuff. I said, no. She's like, well, if you think it'll be helpful for the project, or for you, because once you're in, it's such an amazing experience. It's like friends that you'll have for a lifetime. So even just above and beyond the incredible immediate impact you can make to a project, that runs over 3% of the entire global internet, which is amazing that you can just walk in and be like, I need to change some words in language files, and all of a sudden you affect the lives of millions of people. It's unbelievable how quickly you can have impact, and it's intoxicating, and it grabs you like, I want to do this, you get sucked in. So yes, now we're sucked in. And it's been an amazing year. We've had some incredible successes. We had one of the best world conferences ever in the history of Joomla. I'd like to give Brown some great credit for that. And even better was in Rome in the fall. Well, could do worse. And it's our events travel, and we have different kinds of events planned for this year and next year. I'm going to say, totally my train of thought. And you get involved in the events, you have the immediate impact, doing all these little things. And it's a wonderful experience. And coming back to the sort of two key words, community and volunteers, they're just not words about, love and friendship and, doing cool things. They're actually domains. How many people know that there's a community.joomla.org? That's pretty good. Okay, we're above 50% on that one. Community.joomla.org, you can connect with people, learn things, discover what's going on with the project at all times. Make sure you bookmark it. Bookmark community.joomla.org. Everyone knows how to get to joomla.org, but you can go directly to these pages. And then we also have volunteers. Coincidentally, it's also volunteers.joomla.org. So, wow, how many people know about volunteers.joomla.org? It's actually less than the community. So I'm glad everyone's kind of getting into the community, but let's also get into volunteers. Volunteers.joomla.org. There you can find out about all the teams that exist, how to create new teams in new departments, how to work with department coordinators, how to work with the board, how to get your voice heard in a global project. And it's easy, it's simple, and yes, I thank you. Keep flashing. I'm getting a wrap-up flashlight. And it's fun. There are great people. You'll meet people who speak 1, 2, 3, 10,000 languages. You'll learn new things about culture and community and software. Community.joomla.org, volunteers.joomla.org. I would be remiss again if I didn't thank everyone for the great opportunity and privilege that I've had to be in this role. It's been truly amazing. Thank my wife. And I would like to also, with great enthusiasm and thrill, welcome our incoming president of Open Source Matters, Robin. If you could just stand up and wave to everybody who you are. Thank you very much. Have an incredible JoomlaDay, Florida. It is one of the best JoomlaDays in the country. Jason and the team are amazing. I don't know everyone's names, but have a fantastic JoomlaDay, Florida. Thank you very much.
Robert. So, I first met you at a JoomlaDay Chicago. It's when I took you to the first Hard Rock.
First of many.
Yeah. And that's the power. So on behalf of the entire Joomla project, thank you for your service. Trust me, I know it's not easy. And again, let's give a round of applause for operating. Get the next slide. Sorry, left my clicker down there. So, some housekeeping announcements. First off, I want to thank the Hillsbury County high school students who are here. Any of the high school students here in the room? Awesome. Give them a great round of applause. Round of applause. Please have a great day. Enjoy it. The Passport program, for those that didn't know, inside your bag is a piece of paper. Inside, on that piece of paper, there's spots to visit all of our sponsor groups and get a stamp. If you fill it up, you can turn it in for a drawing at lunchtime, right? I believe lunchtime is when we're doing the Passport drawing. And then we have prizes such as Cirque du Soleil tickets for the Cirque du Soleil show that is at the big top over at the Greyhound track and things like that. So please make sure to visit our sponsors, definitely hang out with them, get the stamp, fill it up, and you can turn it in. If you have any questions, you can stop at the information table. And I believe that's also where you turn in the passport where you registered this morning. Now, you might be wondering where everything is. This is the only time you're going to be in this building. After we're all done here, all the sessions are going to be in the other building where you registered at the Student Service Center. Everything, I believe, is on the 3rd floor, but there'll be signs directing you. The next sessions will be some round tables. There'll be a beginner workshop, which I'm doing. So. And then there'll also be some breakout sessions, and you can check the program for any of the questions and details related to that. Again, please make sure to tweet, like, share, and subscribe to all the Joomla properties. It's just Joomla, pretty much anywhere there's the internet. Hashtag JDayFL18. Please make sure to let everyone know that we're here having a great time. JoomlaDays really are the community. Those are not-for-profit events. These are things that nobody makes any money on. It's all volunteer basis from the board members that we have here, ingoing and outgoing, and all the other volunteers in the Joomla project. And if you haven't volunteered, you really should. If you're not a developer, that's okay. In fact, there's a large amount of teams that require no development experience at all. If you need help to figure out what team should I join, talk to any of the current board members, Rowan, myself, Robert. Trust me, we'll put you to work. Finance needs help, by the way, so if you want to help the treasurer. Now with that, we're going to conclude with a quick photo. So after we're all done, we're going to come up on the stage, take a quick photo, then go across the way into the sessions and enjoying the day and the lunch and everything. And then don't forget the after party that is tonight. Hashtag JBeer. So definitely check out all that. So again, thank you so much. And everyone come up here for a quick photo and then go across the way for the sessions. Thank you.
How many pictures are you taking?
I'm not a professional photographer.
You're an artist. You're an artist. That's
All
right.
right, we want to give me a silly one?
Not prank on the